Welcome everybody. I'm back from laundry. There we go. Well, it doesn't take long for you guys to kick in on the program. You must be pretty interested in what I'm doing. Anyway, I'm going to carry on from where I left off. Haven't done anything whatsoever. I'm still, basically what I'm doing here is just tinkering, because I don't, I'm working on the trim, but I'm also working on cleaning up some of the things that are on this airplane. We're trying to represent an air racer of the 20s and 30s, but with a modern flair. It's going to have be more like a dragster. It's going to have sponsorship. I'm thinking about the Shell logo on the back with the checkerboards. I still need to figure out the checks and put a Shell emblem on the rudder and the checkerboards. I need to cut another one of these 23s that go on the fuselage side here. So it's going to get the exhaust cutouts here, and the shoestring has shoestring on the nose. I think I'm putting a Mega Tucker or Mother Tucker on the nose like the shoestring has. I don't know. I still need to tape out the wheel doors. This will be a week-long project just to get it taped and ready to go. But the first things first, what I need to do is fix all the bugaboos. Because I thought about this over and over again. Do I really want to fix all the buggers and make it as perfect as I can? Yes, I do. Because there is no rush in getting this airplane ready to go. What in the heck has happened to the green, simple green stuff? I got that one spot I want to fill in. And like I've said, I have no room here, so it's very difficult to do anything. Zero room. Oh, there's the green. There we go. I'll show you the spot that I'm going to fix. We'll move the camera around. It is about so tiny that most people wouldn't even bother with it, but because it's on top, I wish it wouldn't have happened, but it did. It's right there. It's just a little tiny spot right there. If it wasn't on top, I wouldn't bother with it. I've already tried the heat gun trick to get it to release itself and pop up, but because it's right in the fillet area, I just don't want to put too much heat on it. So we're going to put my simple green stuff in there and then touch it up. So I got a new razor blade, and I'll get a palette to work off of here. I don't want Jim Lynch to find it at appearance judging. What are we going to do about that? Well, we're going to fix it now. That's what we're going to do. I owe Jim Lynch a thorough thank you for setting me straight on what it takes for competition building, you know. I was kind of angry at the time, but boy, I'm thankful now. So, because you know I was wrong. Whatever. I bought a flannel shirt off the Snap-on truck because I'm a medium, so anytime I find a medium shirt, I buy it. Let's see. That's exactly right, Craig. So I bought a flannel shirt. So as I've told you, this is going to be a sponsored type airplane, and many, you know, airplanes or racers or whatever have all type of different sponsors. Well, we're gonna put the S on it from the Snap-on somewhere. I'll scan this in the computer and then cut it out on a stencil. It takes virtually no, you know, the amount of paint that I'm going to put on this thing, it won't add any weight. I mean, zero. You won't be able to tell. Man, I can't believe I can't get that stuff mixed up here. So I'll just squirt it out and mix it up on the palette. Okay. At least this stuff didn't harden up. A lot of times when you get this stuff, it hardens up. So, little dabble do you? Well, it already dried, so I'm going to have to sand it, but that got the spot. Wish I wouldn't have got any out here, but it's the way it goes. So we'll let that dry a few minutes and then I'll sand that. And that'll disappear. That's the beauty of dope. You could not do that with enamels or urethanes or whatever. You'd have to fix the spot and paint the panel, and oh man, it'd be a disaster. So like I say, that's the beauty of dope. So what I need to do maybe is get the plotter cutting another 23. I got two of these. Let me show you what happened the first go around this morning. You look at this. It has a real jagged line all the way around. This one here is clean. Everything's crisp and clean, and that's the way you want it. Well, the first one that I cut this morning has a real jagged line, and I couldn't figure out why the heck is that like that. Well, if you remember right, or maybe I didn't show it, I don't know, but I did this in Inkscape, where I brought into Inkscape this image and then transposed it to an SVG so that the Cuts A Lot Pro program would pick it up. Well, when I brought it in, it doubled. So there was two, one on top of each other, and it was trying to go back and forth. And I watched that thing, and I had to think about it logically. Why would it do that? So I went in and ungrouped everything and deleted all the overlays. I think there was 3. And then on this circle here, the big oval, it was a rasterized circle. So I took the circle from that program and overlaid it on this, and then drug it aside and deleted the rasterized circle and used the one out of the program. And I did that here for the 23 as well. It didn't want to cooperate. So I have another one of these. So what I need to do, I'll get a small 23 cut out of this paper here. I think I can get it out of this. So I cut it into something a little more manageable I can feed into the plotter. I might could get the snap-on on these too. I'll see if I can when I get this fed into the plotter here, because this stuff's pretty expensive, so you don't want to waste it. And basically this is just overrun from one side, so I need to cut a 23 out of this and a snap-on. So let's do this. Yeah, let's pull this over here. I'll show you in the plotter there. And I must admit, having a plotter is super handy. As far as I'm concerned, it's worth every bit of the $300 it cost. Every bit. So what happened? Here we go. So the first thing we'll do is change out the material off the roll so I can use the gotta move my laundry over here. Camera bag. Okay, let's take this out of the feed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed this in. Let's turn this on. Now I could just go right to print and print out the 23, but I think I want to take and scan the snap-on thing and do it all at once. So let's do this. See, I scanned, where the hell is there we are. I scanned the Dr. Pepper off the box and cropped and, you know, you just gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, where's that snap-on thingy? Of course now oh, there it is. Okay, we want 2 of these snap-on scanned objects. So put this there. We're going to close. Let's see. Home. We're going to scan. Okay. We're going to scan it onto the computer. Okay. So we dismiss this again. Okay. Select the computer. Okay. Okay. Hit save. So this is going to save it as a PDF. It's scanning it now or thinking about it. And then I'm going to have to convert the PDF to a JPEG. And then bring it in. Okay, let me see if I can pull up the screen for the computer on the program so you can watch along what kind of a pain in the butt this is. Okay, so we want to first find it. And then we're going to open it. It's not there. I need to scan it again. It's on the wrong end. Okay, so we're going to turn it over. It's off the page for some reason. It's upside down and off the page because it goes from this end over here. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's scanning again. I didn't quite get that right. And once I get this set up, I'll bring it in so you guys can watch on the program what I'm doing. Now I don't know if you can open a PDF in Paint or not. I don't think so. We want to close this out. Image 3, we want to open this and look at it. Alright. It's a little crooked, so what I want to do is scan it one more time to get it straight, so when I crop it, it will be straight. Okay. Okay. Save. I will, like I say, I will bring in. I'll bring you in here as soon as I get it opened up in the program I'm going to use, so that you can see live time how I get it. Maybe cuts a lot. Well, I can't crop and cuts a lot. Okay, let's try again. 4. Much better. All right, so now I have the object. We're going to name that. It's in pictures. We're going to name this. Rename it. Snap-on. SNAP-ONLOGO. Snap-on logo. We're going to copy that to the desktop. Cut. And go over here to the desktop. Paste. Come on! Hate it, I can't see. It's all the way across the room. Paste. Okay, we got the Snap-on logo on the desktop. So now, I'm going to have to bring you into Inkscape. So, what do I want to do here? Get Inkscape opened up. Here we are. I'm going to open up all these windows again, and my computer's going to have a my computer's going to have a field day getting all this stuff open. There we go. Now I need to add a Windows source. I'm going to add a browser, color, display capture, game capture. We'll try window capture. Okay. Yep, there we go. Okay. Alright, I have it opened. This is Inkscape, that free program I told you about, very powerful. So the first thing I'm going to do is, let me make sure this is still running. It is. I might as well go ahead and do my AMA numbers. Well, I'll do that in Cuts a Lot. Put that away. Okay, first thing we're going to do is go to File, Document Properties. Probably not going to show you document properties on the program, but we want to use inches, 8.5 by 11, because that's what I'm used to. Display units are going to be in inches, and let's see here. Units is inches. Show the border. Doesn't matter. That's good enough. Okay, we got an 8.5 by 11 canvas. And you go up to View, Zoom, 1:1. That brings it in. You can scroll up and down the page using the mouse wheel. If you want to move it left to right, you hold the center wheel down and move the page side to side. But we'll leave it right there for now. So I'm going to File, Import. Import we're going to look on the desktop, Snap-on. The Snap-on logo, there it is. We're going to open that and click OK. There we have it. I don't even know if I can cut with this. I might have to export it. Yeah, I bet I'm going to have to do that. Because I don't know how to crop with this program. How can I do that? How can I do that? Anybody got any idea? How do you crop with Inkscape? So, what I need to do is I'm going to have to go over here. This is why these things. I'm in my shop making a metal clump tank. Okay, good, Charles. This is why things take me so long, because I don't know how to crop with Inkscape, so I have to go to Google search and type in C-R-O-P with Inkscape, I-N-K, ink, I-N-K-S-C-A-P-E. Crop PDF with Inkscape. So let's look at the crop tutorial. Cropping in Inkscape. So you're going to hear the YouTube.
Hello, in this video we're going to be talking about cropping in Inkscape. And to start off, I guess we could just crop some of this right here. Put a rectangle over the top. And then select both of them. And the one at the bottom, and the one on the under side of the rectangle, whatever it's text or whatever, will be the one that's clipped or cropped. You go down, you go up to Object, Clip, Set.
Ah, pretty easy.
Okay. Now you can do the same thing with.
Okay. Thank God for the internet. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to Make a Shape. Go over the top of the shape. Let's bring the opacity down so I can make sure it's the right fill and stroke. Here we are. Gradient. The gradient we want. The gradient. So let's turn the opacity down. Let's make it a different color so I can see what I'm doing. Go back to the select. I'm going to get right over the top of that. So now we select that. You have to just press Control. Or is it Shift? Maybe it's Shift Control. No, it's Control. That ain't it either. How do you select both of them? Control Shift. Object Crop. Clip. Set. There we go. Okay. That was easy enough. Now, because It has a hole in the top left and has a trademark little image that that I'm not going to be able to blot out. What I want to do is create a rectangle right there over the top of that, and I'm going to drop it down. I need to do this, and then over a little bit. There we go. Down, and press the D on the keyboard for the dropper tool, and then click on this. That turns it the same color. We'll bring the opacity up. That made it disappear. We need to do that one more time. This time we'll use a ellipse, and I'll scroll in. So I think you hold the control down and then mouse up the yeah, that's it. So I can get on top of that and see what I'm doing. And then we'll go over the trademark logo. And then that tool there. Why does that have a stroke on that? Turn the stroke off. No. Go back, edit, undo color fill. We want to go back to radiant stroke style, none. Stroke paint, none. There we go. Okay, that should work there. Alright, I've successfully modified that Snap-on logo that will turn into a vector. So I need to export this file, export as a PNG. Export. And we're going to call this export PNG shift-click image. Image size is 170 by 96. Height is 126, 96. We're going to export this as Snap-on. I think I can trace object on a PNG, but I'm not sure. Backspace, backspace. Snap-on. S-N-A-P-O-N without the hyphen dot PNG. Okay, that's that. We're going to export as. We're going to do that on the desktop so I can find it. Save. Well, wait a minute. Export as. Maybe I could change it to. No, you can't. Cancel. Okay, we're going to export that. Export as Snap-on PNG, save, export, replace. Okay, so now, what a pain in the rear. So we're going to get out of this, and I'm going to go into last minute sanding on the Viking. $59 people have watched this already. I mean, you guys are interested in it. You know, I'll be more than happy to do these. Okay, we're gonna open up Cuts-A-Lot Pro now. I think I'm gonna close this out. Close without. We're gonna save it, I guess. That's an Inkscape drawings, Snap-on. We'll just close that. S-N-A-P-O-N, just in case I need it again. Save. Okay, we're out of that program. Now I'm going to open up Cuts-A-Lot Pro. I'll try to bring you into the Cuts-A-Lot Pro program. I think I can do that. We need to go here. Window capture. We're going to edit that. Properties. Cuts a lot Pro. Okay. Alright. So let's see here. I want to open this up. Window capture. There we are. Window capture. Transition. Okay. So now we're going to view, zoom in, view, zoom in. Hopefully it will do this. I don't know. I have no clue. So first thing I'm going to do is file open recent, because I had those open project, trace image, edit. Come on. Open project. I'm going to open that one. We're going to delete this. And we're going to delete that. We can always bring these back. I mean, I wanted this 23 in there. So this one here goes up to the top left. Over. Okay, now file, trace image, file, trace image. We're going to browse that, and that should be Snap-on the desktop. And it's not there. What the heck am I going to do? RS, it should be right there. So that means I have to do another conversion. I have to open it up in Paint and convert it to a JPEG. God damn it. I wonder if I can import it. File, import. Let's try it. There's that desktop. Snap-on logo. There it is. Snap-on. Okay, we'll try it that way. There it is. Okay. So we're going to leave it at that size because it's going to go on the nose or something. Let's hold that there. We want to draw a shape around it so I have a bounding box. So we're going to bring in a bounding box. You got to have a bounding box. Center that up. We have to do no color on there or else it'll cut goofy. Fill color is 0. None. Okay. This is going to work good. Oh, I see. I need to get rid of the red color, stroke color. Click on that. Fill, none. Stroke, none. Well, it may not work. Well, we'll try it. Nope, I don't think it will. Because what's going to happen is if I try to cut that, every red spot is going to see as a line, and it's going to make a bunch of jagged lines in there. So what I need to do is convert it to a JPEG so I can trace it. What a bummer. What a bummer. So we're going to close this down. And get out of the window capture transition. So it's going to take me a second here to redo this file. I'm not going to go through the rigmarole of getting that file in there. So I need to find the file first. Oh man, that Snap-on logo PDF. There it is. We're going to open this with Paint. Let's see here. Open with Paint. I might have to open it with GIMP. I don't know. Nope, it did open. It opened with Paint. So that's good. File. Save as. I'm going to save it as a JPEG. On the desktop, Snap-on, J, Shift, J, J, P, G. Okay. It's on the desktop now, save. Yes. Okay. So now I've converted that file. We'll go back to the window capture. Transition. And I gotta get back to that program. So we're gonna delete this. And we're gonna go File, Trace Image. Browse for that image. Snap-on JPEG, open. There we go. Okay. All right. So now I can see exactly what the size of it is on my program, and I can take the colors out of it. Or at least we hope. So that's color, none. Color, stroke, none. Fill, color. And it didn't want to do that either. Well, that's was a good thought. I'm going to have to go through a big rigmarole to get that to work, so I'm going to belay that. It'll probably take me a couple of hours tonight to figure out how to make that a trace image. But we'll go ahead and cut that 123 up there. So, let's get out of this. Get rid of that. Delete. Delete. Put this up in the top left because that's where it needs to be. And we'll hit cut. And cut it. Okay, so basically I have that cutting. That's window capture, transition. It's cutting on the plotter now. You can probably hear it. Cutting nicely, that's good. soon as that's done, I'm going to close out of that, cut that, weed it. And I guess we'll, man, I wish I could have done that on camera for you, but it's just going to be way too complicated for me to do on camera. I'm going to have to go back and forth and see tutorials how to do that. So here I have this second one of these. Where's my scissors? I gotta turn this off. It's getting hot in here. Okay, let me close out of this program. Okay. No, we don't need that. All right. So I need my scissors. I guess I can sand that little spot. Now it should be more than dry. Yep, there's my scissors. I will get that Snap-on logo transposed. Like I say, I don't want to bore you with my trials and tribulations to figure out how to get it to trace image. I just know that it wouldn't work the way we were going there. Because it would have made 1,000 cut lines instead of one clean cut line like I need. But back in the day when I showed you like my other Vipers and that stuff, all that stuff was hand cut, hand taped. Now I got this machine here. It makes it so much nicer. To be able to whip this stuff out. I'll weed this later, but you just pick out what you want to paint and then stick it on there. Literally, it will take me a week's worth of taping, and after it's all stuck on there, it's all taped up like a mummy, it'll take 2 seconds to paint it, and that's it. And I'll paint 3 colors all at once. Of course, I still need to figure out how to do them tapered checkerboards. Unless Howard Rush wants to send me that plot that has them really swoopy checks in them, but I don't think he will. He said he was gonna, but never did. So let's cut some sandpaper up here. Hopefully I ought to go ahead and, there's a little spot on this side, might as well fix that while I'm at it too. And I'll airbrush this in. And you'll never see it. Sickness. That's what it is, a sickness. Shoot a little Windex on it. When you see the size of this green spot, you'll go, what the heck was he thinking about? What I was thinking about would have drove me crazy. I will try to zoom in on that spot that I'm fixing and show it, because most people would never have fixed that. The airplane's already painted. Why would you do that? Well, I did it because I don't want my old buddy Jim to go, hey, what are we going to do about that? You ever get to see Jim's airplanes, they're perfect. And I would imagine the reason they're perfect, he does the same thing I'm doing here. I'll try to zoom in on this spot. Yeah, you won't be able to see it because you can't feel it now. Okay. You guys that haven't signed up for this Christmas giveaway, make sure you get in there for that SV11. And I do apologize to you guys overseas that I can't. You don't understand. I don't have time to go to the post office and do customs and all that. It's going to be hard enough for me to get the secretary where I work to ship it out via UPS. And it'll probably be $50 shipping on it. A little bit more and I'll have it all off of there. And I'll be a much happier camper. I tried the wet paper towel heat thing and it did raise up some, but it just wouldn't all get out of there. And if it had been on the bottom, I would not have done this. But it's on the top outboard side where everybody will see it. Hey, what are we going to do about that? Yeah, don't worry about that. I mean, my Harley Davidson days, we would take touch-up paint, just drop a touch-up brush little spot on there, then I would sand it out with 2000, put some clear on it and sand it out, and it'd be all over with. Anyway, that's the spot. That's all there was. It's 3/16 of an inch long and I don't know, maybe 3/32 thick. It's just a tiny spot, but I couldn't live with it, so had to fix it. So I'll take some white and airbrush that in there. And yeah, there'll be overspray all over the place, but you got to remember, I don't have any clear on this airplane yet, so under the clear, that'll absolutely disappear. Be close enough. Might take another sanding after the white. I'm not sure. Been on 56 minutes. So I guess we're gonna end the show at an hour. You know, I still haven't eaten yet. I gotta eat and go to sleep because 5 o'clock comes early. And it's work time. I got 3 days of work this week, and then I got 4 days of do as you please where I can work on this airplane. So the big weekend, where it'll be why do I have a shadow there? That'll probably go away. I kind of wish we would have done these, did this wing with my foam leading edge concept, but we didn't, because it turned out real nice on the Tucker, the small Tucker. How many of the big Dr. Pepper are you putting on? One on the top, one on the bottom. It will have a Shell logo on the rudder so that's yellow and red with a black and white checkerboards. It'll have Dr. Pepper in the maroon on the left wing, 23 on the right wing. My AMA numbers are going to be on the rudder. I'm going to get by with a minimal amount on the AMA rudder, AMA numbers, just to identify it, because they don't look very realistic. I don't want a big old AMA number ruining my layout. Not receiving enough data. Yep, be one on the top, one on the bottom. So guys, make sure to like, subscribe, share my videos. You know, I work as hard as I can for you. I wish this was lighter, but it's not. Maybe it'll gas off and become lighter, I don't know. Turn these backlights off. So we might end up at 60 instead of 58, which I don't. I'm hoping that I can get some weight off of it, I don't know. But it's 58 ounces now, and it has no clear on it, so. Are you giving the pilot a name? Yeah, me. That's not a Tommy Looper pilot, that's a Sparky pilot. But he looks all right. Okay, guys, 1 hour, and we'll wrap it up. Thanks for watching. Make sure to get in on the drawing on Stunt Hanger. You better have your real first and last name where I can find you too, because I see on there's some people that are 11675 is a display name. When I go back and if you get drawn and you don't have your name where I can find you, that disqualifies you. So, you know, I'm not gonna play the game of hunt and peck and try to find you guys. It's too much, you know. It's not too much to ask. I have a pretty lenient set of rules. You know, now with the free speech zone. And I don't want, quit reporting. I'm not going to do anything for you in that zone. You want to complain to somebody, complain to Bob Zambelli, and he'll tell you where you can go. because I just don't have the time. But I do want to be able to let people express their thoughts and opinions, because everybody else on the internet is censoring them. So there you have it. Appreciate you watching. Till I see you Tuesday. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.